what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope y'all have had a better day than I have. I've been at this job, I've got now, November will be 5 years, and let me just tell you, today has been the most stressful, exhausting, bullcrap day I've had in the almost 5 years I've been there. So, we won't get into that. Mechanical issues on equipment, and took 6 hours to get it fixed, and you got people wanting you to do your job and you can't. So anyway, let me go ahead and thank everybody for liking, subscribing, and commenting down below. I would like to thank my Patreon supporter, and let me say happy birthday, Kathy. Her birthday was actually yesterday, so happy belated birthday. I bet you're what, 29 again? Anyway, just want to say happy birthday. Glad you got your power turned back on for your birthday. That was awesome. Tragic news to hear about the 2 linemen and a postal carrier that have succumbed to the heat in Texas. So y'all keep them in your thoughts and prayers. I do want to dive on in real briefly on the Circle G Ranch Foundation and just explain, there seems to be some confusion I've gotten in some comments and on some email about who they are and what they do. So, as you know, Elvis was a huge donor to charity. Most of it went unnoticed by his discretion. He didn't want the publicity and the spotlight for donating to charity. So most of his charity work was done behind closed doors on purpose. So anyway, he was a big, huge contributor to charity. And what the Circle G Ranch Foundation does is they do the same thing today. They still carry on that legacy of helping charities and raising money for them. As a matter of fact, their ongoing campaign this year, I believe, is to raise donations to give to dementia patients and their caregivers. The actual physical property, the Circle G Ranch in Horn Lake, Mississippi, is, like I said in the other video, it's closed to the public. It's not open. It's privately owned. I'm sure there are tons of regulations and property rights and insurance and everything in the world you could think of to try to get that place opened for the public to tour. And that's a lot of work for the property owners to do. And you would probably need some kind of nonprofit organization to even begin to do all that. As much as the Circle G Ranch Foundation loves the Circle G Ranch, the actual physical place, there's not much they can do in the way of preservation or restoration or setting up tours or whatever. They are in contact with the property owners from time to time because there is hope that one day it can be opened to the public. But some of the things you can actually see from the road without actually going on the property. However, I would like to point out that even though they don't really have anything to do with the physical property, I think they've been working with the property owners, doing different things for like over a decade. They are also the ones responsible for having this historical marker placed at the actual site. And that was just a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, just wanted to get that out there. I'm going to put links to their website and their Facebook page again in the description down below. Go over there and check them out. They do wonderful things. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to say in yesterday's video about the Circle G Foundation. It's just I didn't have the chance because of the release of the trailer for Priscilla. And you can see that video through that link up there. Also, what I wanted to talk about before I get into today's video is let me just say that from the bottom of my heart, I feel so bad for what Billy is going through. The spy guy, Billy, is going through with this Tiger Man dojo and these people who he thought were his friends, or at one time were his friends. And as the old saying goes, money, I change it to say the greed of money is the root of all evil. And if you can see what these people are putting him through over there on his channel, He talks about it on his channel. You can just see what's going on. And the latest, I'll put a screenshot up here of a video I watched. I think it was yesterday. May have been he may have posted it day before yesterday on just what he's going through with some furniture and some items that were in the dojo that he bought with his personal money that have since been put up for sale by a pawn shop in Memphis on EP Boulevard. Anyway, go check his channel and his video out. I'll leave a link to it in the description as well. It's just a shame. Like, I don't even understand how this pawnbroker can accept merchandise that is locked up in a civil lawsuit, arbitration. The property is supposed to be static, which means it's not supposed to be transferred, moved, or sold. Yet he says this pawn shop owner says they have receipts from where they bought it from the company that Billy owns 50% of. Obviously, the other partners that he's in arbitration with sold these items as some books too, some rare books that were signed. And Billy has proof of all this. He's got videos where he picked this stuff up. He's got receipts. He's got videos of the people actually signing the books that they're trying to sell. None of this makes any sense to me, because I don't understand how a legitimate pawnbroker that's in the pawn business can sell stolen merchandise when there's proof of it being stolen. Anyway, y'all go check that out. Billy, like I said, my heart goes out to you, man. I can't wait to the day that you actually get to open your museum, whether it's the Tiger Man Dojo or it's another museum, because I feel like I know you from watching your videos all these years, and you seem like the type of person to me that is not going to stop. So even if this doesn't come out in your favor, you'll just start over again and open up another museum, and you should. Although I hope you don't lose the things that you already have invested. Can't wait until the ambulance is actually out in the open, and I'm so glad you saved the ambulance. All right, so now that I got that out of the way and mentioned as I wanted to, today's video has been on the web for quite a while. However, I believe it must have been edited probably in the 70s, with some pictures added in. I don't know why it was done this way, but so what it is, I'll just describe it real quick. You know, in Love Me Tender, I think it's Love Me Tender, from That's the Way It Is, Elvis goes out and kind of walks in the audience, right? Well, he does that again, although he's not singing anything. You may have not seen this before, because it was the first time I saw it just a few days ago. However, every single version I've seen on YouTube, they all have still pictures of the crowd during transition scenes. So when it's going from one camera angle to the next, instead of a normal transition, they put 3 still pictures in, and it just interrupts the whole flow. So if you've seen that and it annoyed you that there's pictures there, then you're going to love this, because I took them out. So the original video was like 3 minutes and 15 seconds or something. And then after taking out the still images, it is 2 minutes and 57 seconds, I think. So let's check this out. Very cool. Elvis sits down on the edge of the stage, picks up a glass of wine from the table, and you can actually see, like I was telling Carol the other day in one of her comments, you can actually see how close the seating is to the stage. Because we were talking about, again, this video up here. I'll put a link up here. In that video, the lady gets on stage and kind of grabs Elvis. He kisses her and goes about his business. And we were talking about how could somebody actually get on the stage. Well, here, because this was dinner theater style seating, so everybody had a place to eat. So you had to have a small table and chairs, and they butt all the way up against the stage. So Elvis, all he has to do is go to the edge of the stage, sit down, reach out right in front of him, and pick up a wine glass from the table. That's how close these people were. And you can actually see it here in this video. Anyway, he sits down, he takes a break. You can see how worn out he is. He's probably coming off a Polk Salad Annie or Johnny Be Good or something fast like that. So just check this out. He wants to take a break. He tells the band to play the hell out of some music so that he can just take a small break, and then he ends up in the audience. So let's check this out.
Charge over there. Is it? All right, we'll get it. Hey, give me an A chord, man. So I'm walking around getting my breath back. That's what I'm doing, you know. Yeah, can I borrow it? Oh. What? Yeah, actually. Never finished the show, folks, but hey, the light's on. I can see you. Hello out there. Hello. Nice to you. Hello. That's right. Keep some music going back there. Don't be afraid to play. Just play it, man. You know, just play the hell out of it. There you go. You didn't think I'd make it, did you? I didn't either.
So that's where it ends, and you can see there. So a couple of things to talk about. As you can see here, this just happens to be where it ends, but you can see how close everybody is to the stage. They are butted right up to the stage, and they're all sitting down. And you can see they're about shoulder height with the stage as they're sitting down. So if they was to stand up, the stage is about waist high, so it wouldn't be that hard to get on the stage. Also, very cool to point out here is that just about every shot that shows Elvis from the back wearing the chain jumpsuit, that's the way it is, he's wearing a red sash belt. However, if you look real close during this video sequence, they actually show him from behind when he's kneeling down, and he's wearing the white belt. So it's a behind shot wearing the white belt. Very rare for that's the way it is. Another thing to point out, did you see Sonny West and it looked like Joe Esposito and some other people fighting that crowd off when he's in there? Man, I bet they were ready to tan Elvis's hide when he got done doing that. But as you can see, how exhausted he was and how out of breath he was and how he just had to do something to, get ready for the next song. Not real sure when this is from, what show it's from, if it's a dinner show or midnight show or, not sure where it's from. I'm sure some people will be able to tell us from the white sash belt and the chain jumpsuit. Also from what the band's wearing, sometimes they change from scene to scene, and that's the way it is. Elvis kind of looks the same, the jumpsuit wise, but the band will have different matching suits on. Anyway, I am so tired. I'm about to go relax. This is all I have for y'all today. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a view of Elvis that we don't normally get to see from That's the Way It Is. And just regular hanging out, trying to catch my breath Elvis. Just being the superstar that he was and walking through the crowd. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank everybody for watching. Y'all keep TCBing, and we'll see you next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.